Okay everybody, today we're going to go over the 4-foot hoop bender made by Johnny's. Those of you that might be interested in purchasing this hoop bender, I'm going to show you my hoop bender. It's done a great job for me in my garden. I'm just going to do a video on what comes with it and how to actually make the hoops for yourself if you choose to buy it. Okay everyone, this is part of the hardware that you'll get with your hoop bender when you purchase it. This here is probably actually for the hitch that you can buy for your pickup truck if you want to attach the hoop bender to it. It's machine bolts, some washers, and a couple nuts. They're 1/4-20 nuts. The bolts are about 6 inches long. And over here, I actually fastened it down to a 4x6 that I had laying around in the yard. I've already have it attached. It comes with 6-inch lag bolts for wood. And of course it comes with a couple washers as well. Now backing up, I'll let you take a look at the hoop bender itself. This one we're going to do today is to make 4-foot hoops. I purchased this one first because of my raised bed. They're 4 foot wide. Now the only other items you're going to need for the hoop bender is a measuring tape and a Sharpie marker. You'll use this to measure your conduit, and of course I have a piece of conduit here, 10-foot length. Okay, the first thing you want to do per the instructions is to measure 16 inches from the end of your conduit. So I got my marker. 16 inches. Just like that. And you want to do the same thing to the other end. So we'll flip this around. Measure 16 inches again. Now your ends are marked on how far you need to put your conduit in the end of the pipe bender. Now the last thing what I like to do is I like to find the center of the conduit. I'll show you why I mark the center of the conduit here in a few minutes. But I mark it at 5 feet. I put another mark. That lets me know what the middle is, because I want to bend it as close as possible to the middle, and it's nice and even. Also, what I do is what I did anyway, is I went ahead and marked the end of the bender where you actually put the conduit in, 16 inches, because I know I'm going to lose the manual. So I went ahead and marked it at 16 inches so I know in a year from now when I need to bend another hoop, how many inches I need to mark at the end of the conduit. So you may want to do that as well if you get one. That way you don't need the manual. You got it marked. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and make a 4-foot hoop. First we're going to put the conduit in the bender. That black mark we're going to take to that band right there. That's where we're going to stop. This conduit needs to rest between these two pieces of pipe here. Okay? Now I just take the pipe, I'm going to come around, bend it straight on around, and I'm going to stop about there, about 5-6 inches from the end. And we're going to go ahead and take the piece of pipe out. We're going to flip it. reinsert the conduit back in to the black mark again. Okay, we're going to go ahead and bring the conduit around again. Doing the same thing. But on this end down here where my hand is, it's really important not to have the conduit up or down when you pull this around. Otherwise you're going to have a spring or a coil made and it won't be a good looking hoop. So it needs to be level to this area here when you bring it around. We still at the 16-inch mark?
Yeah.
So I got it level. Go ahead and we'll pull it around. To the same point again. Maybe a little bit more. Like so. And then release. This is what we have after we bend it. So what we do is we reinsert the conduit again in the end down here. And this is where I was telling you I marked the conduit in the middle at the 5-foot point right here. What you want to do, this is what I do anyway, is I'll line it up to that bolt because this is the center of the bender. So I use my black line. And Jackson, if you can make sure it stays there in the center. Jackson, watch your fingers. And you just pull it together. Like this. And kind of pull it in a little bit. It'll spring back. Take my measuring tape. It's not 48 inches yet.
It's not on the bolt.
Inches. Now, take it out. You have a 4-foot hoop. That's how it's done.